Hello guys, I'm making this video based on the comments that I received from the previous video that I made. And in that video, I dealt with the issue of suicide. Yes, I know it's an issue that no one wants to talk about. I know it's a very tough issue to discuss, and rightly so. People are taking their lives, and the ones that left behind are having a hard time dealing with it, and they can be emotionally damaged for the rest of their lives. So I have made up in my mind that I'm going to try. I am not a psychiatrist. I don't have all the answers, but what I am a poet, and God has given me the gift of poetry, and my poetry deals with life, human emotions, life. I'm not one of those poets that go to slams and trying to get, you know, people to behave a certain way. I'm telling you a story. At the end of the day, my poetry tells you a story. You can either relate or do not relate. Simple as that. So, um, my aim is to reach the people that are at this point, people who have given up on life, people who feel that no one else cared. I want them to be able to scroll through YouTube and find a video like this, telling them life is hard, but you can make it. I know it's cliche. I know it's easy to say and it's hard to accomplish based on a person who's not in that situation. But at the end of the day, you matter. You, sir, you, ma'am, you, teenager, you matter. I don't care what they have told you in the past. I don't care who has damaged you. I don't care who has brought you to this point. The fact of the matter is that you're made in God's image and God put you on this planet for a reason. So God gave you the gift of life. Yes, it's hard. People have gone through a whole lot. But there are still those of us out here who cares. And this is me giving my part, letting you know that you can make it. I have the answer that you're looking for, but the least I can do is give you a hand and let you know that you are being loved from a distance. So with that, I would like to discuss today's topic, and today's topic is titled Pick Up the Phone. And the subject for this topic came to me one day when I was driving, and I just thought about it. I thought about a phone call, someone just calling someone else, and the person that's receiving the call pick up the phone and saw the name on the caller ID and just decided not to answer the name, not answer the phone. So by them doing that, the other person on the other end feels like they've tried. And what the person who's receiving the call does realize that there were someone's last choice, and that's sad. Someone could just think about it. Someone could take their life based on the phone call that you didn't answer. So be careful who you hang up the phone on. You never know. Be careful who you hang up the phone on. Be careful whose call you don't answer. So I'm gonna go straight into the poem because it will tell more of the story, and it will hopefully show you the person in the story. So the poem is titled "Pick Up the Phone. It could be the last time you hear my voice." With my hands trembling, I lay the pills down. Pill seems like a safe way to go, rather than a bullet to the dome. I picked up the phone, decided to give him one last call. What do I have to lose? I'm his only child, after all. I have made up in my mind that if he doesn't answer, I'll make my exit. I know many will say on life, I have chose to quit. But they don't know my pain. They don't know the weight of carrying my father's name. If he doesn't answer, for me, life will never be the same. After 3 rings, he answered the phone. He knew it was me, but he didn't ask me to come home. He has no idea what it's like being on the streets all alone, sleeping under a bridge on a bed made from styrofoam. First, there was silence. Neither of us wanted to talk. I guess I wanted to hear something from the heart. But nothing came. It all stays the same. He's thinking I'm calling him to ask for money again. But what he doesn't realize is this could be the last time, the last chance he will get to see if I'm fine. He doesn't know that I'm giving him a chance to make things right, because after this call, for me, it could be an everlasting night. At this point, I guess I will speak first. I do not have a speech. I do not have anything rehearsed. I said, "Hello, Dad," and waited to hear that caring voice. What else was I going to do? I do not have much choice. He said hi in his usual resenting tone. At this point, I just feel like hanging up the phone. How could he not know that I'm hurting? How could he not hear my pain? How many attempts do I have to make having blood dripping from my veins? Why didn't he come to see me at the hospital? Why didn't he respond when the doctors told him my situation was critical? I know, I get it. I have damaged his name. But what else was I going to do when there's no one to hear me complain? You would think by now he would see all I needed was a father. And it is that lack of love that drove us further and further. My hands got cold looking at the pills that could take my life. To think I never had a chance of having a family, never had the pleasure of having a wife. Knowing my dad have a few minutes to change my mind, picturing him looking at me as a son and not the victim of a crime. Then it happened. He said, "How are you doing, son?" Son. My dad called me son. I haven't heard that word since I was a little boy living at home. It felt like his arms were hugging me, reaching through the phone. For the first time in 15 years, I felt like my dad actually cared. And just like that, those few words from him made me feel I can face my fears. We talked for an hour. Then I got the few dollars I had, rented a room, and took a shower. I was excited because my dad wants to see me. I can't believe that it only took a few words to set my mind free. I thought about what it would be like finally being asked to come home. Thinking to myself, my life was saved because my dad picked up the phone. It was an emotional piece to write. I felt this young man's pain. And losing my father this past February didn't make it any easier. I guess one could say also draw from that, but on the contrary, my dad and I had an amazing relationship. He's my hero. I can't even relate. I do not know what it's like not to have a dad or not to have a relationship with my father. But anyway, that's just a gift. I am able to channel myself and use the gift the way God wants to be used. I feel other people's pain when I'm writing. The vision is very, very clear, and so I write. Sometimes I don't see their face, sometimes I don't see nothing, and sometimes I don't see a title. I just have an urge to write, and I hope the poem came through with the sincerity that it was meant with. I hope the person that needed to see this video knows that God loves you, and He's just using me as a channel to get to you. So hold on, Help is coming. You are not alone. Hang in there. You can always reach out. I am willing to comment with you. I'm willing to be a listening ear. So thank you guys for listening, and see you in the next video.